Thank you so much for your time this morning. Tell us what happened to you.
I moved to Hastings 20 years ago, and one of the points of moving here was to be next to the sea, which is 7 minutes from my front door. And I love swimming in the sea. And during lockdown, I gathered together with some friends, and we kept swimming right through summer. And then, the cold water swimming thing was becoming fashionable, and everyone was talking about how great it was. So we carried on swimming right through winter. It was heaven, in those difficult times when we couldn't see our friends. I saw mine on the beach every morning. So it was a really joyous thing. Unfortunately, nearly 2 years ago now, I went for a swim one August morning, and I didn't realise that there'd been a sewage drop into the water. I got an ear infection in my right ear, and it caused my eardrum to perforate, which pretty much wipes out your hearing. And I had an operation on it last year to try and fix it. Unfortunately, it didn't work. So I've got hearing aids in both ears because I am deaf because of that infection.
It's a shocking story that you tell us there, Maggie. What do you make of the water companies who say they're doing as much as they can to try and prevent sewage spills, that more investment needs to be put into, that they need to raise bills to be able to afford all of this? From your perspective, what do you make of how they're managing our waterways?
I can't see that they're making any efforts to put it right, and they're talking about raising our bills by outrageous amounts. What they need to do is stop paying outrageous amounts to their shareholders. They need to put that money into the infrastructure, and as well as the sewage off Hastings Beach. 2 weekends ago, 30,000 homes and businesses in Hastings had no water for 4 days because of Southern Water's failure to look after their own infrastructure. And that was during the busiest weekend of the year here, the May holiday, where we have a big celebration. And there were 30,000 homes and businesses without water. And we've had sewage flooding in the town centre, again caused by blocked sewers. And there's been other incidents of really serious flooding, which has pretty much wiped businesses out. Their entire stock has been wrecked by flooding. I don't think scandal is too big a word for the behaviour of Southern Water, which is the water company in the region where I live. I just find it astonishing. And when you look at the figures of how much they've paid out in dividends, it's just, and also how much money that they've borrowed when water was privatized in the 1980s or the early 90s, I can't remember now. All the debts were wiped off the slates of the water companies using taxpayers' money. So they were given as these pristine businesses with no debt, and that yet now they have borrowed billions. And it's something has to be done at a government level to change the system. And we have the most privatized water system in the world in the UK. It's more privatized than in America, which I found astonishing when I read that. Because we always think of America as the country of privatization, but we have the most privatized water system. And that is why we're in the position we're in.
It undoubtedly won't be the end of the story, but we really appreciate you sharing yours. Maggie, thank you so much for joining us this morning from Hastings. Thank you.